Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So today we are talking about connection. Before starting my speech, I would like to ask you a question. How many of you have went on the trip during the National Day holiday? Raise your hands up. Well, it's glad to see that some of you have spent a nice vacation. But surely some of you here have spent the 8 days browsing the moments on WeChat and checking up your posts from your friends on their trips. Am I right? We live in a world that is much more hyper-connected than ever before. With a single click, I can see a friend's vacation in Bali, a colleague's lunch in London, or even a sports event happening across the globe. We are becoming nodes in a vast and digital network. Although the world connected by social media seems so colorful, it is actually becoming bleak for me. Social media does provide a platform for people to transfer information. But after all, these messages are just images with code on the screen. How much real emotion is really conveyed in this process? It might sound astonishing, but the fact is that in this era, when we are all hyper-connected on the internet, loneliness still remains one of the most serious psychological problems among the youth, especially among those internet users. Loneliness, which is also defined as a lack of connection, is being called a modern-day epidemic. It's not about being alone, as you can still chat with your friends online at any time, anywhere with a single screen. It's about feeling alone. It's a feeling of being disconnected even in a crowd of 1,000 online friends. So, in this hyper-connected era, why do so many of us still feel so disconnected? The answer may be obvious. The weight and temperature of the process has been quietly stolen by the high efficiency. Imagine this. In the past, we receive a handwritten letter. We see the unique handwriting of our friend, so we can sense the writer's emotions while writing. We smell the scent of the ink on the paper, and we can even imagine our friend writing it to us, bending over the desk. This process itself is a profound accumulation of emotions, of course. But now the occasion is quietly different. We receive a perfectly edited message or a finely retouched picture. It is efficient and clear, of course, but they are more like the specimens with their souls stolen quietly. It is a machine that transfers information but finds it hard to bear the weight of emotion. Secondly, we live in a world that pursues the pursues the performance instead of presentation. Social media is more like a competitive stage rather than a competitive stage for connection. So we display the most glamorous lives and the happiest times, the most successful moments. What we are connected to is no longer the real each other, but the carefully planned personas of each other. Well, I think everyone here has such an experience. During spring festivals, your relatives send you messages to congratulate. During these times, they're always in high spirits and ask you about questions, including but not limited to, hey, have you got a good grade this semester? Have you got a job? Have you started dating a girlfriend? Oh, come on. At these moments, all I want to say is, could you please shut up and let's skip this gap and give me the red packet as soon as possible, please. They don't care about me. They just want to show some affection through such stupid topics. And I only want my money. That's the difference. So the true connection has been quietly stolen and separated by a thick, pitiful barrier. And thirdly is that the low quality companionship is replacing the genuine companionship. And thus, the true connection is disappearing. Well, during the summer, after I finished my IELTS exam, I decided to find someone to hang out with, but none of the names popped into my mind. Therefore, I decided to went on solo trips and persuading myself that it is also okay to send images and messages online, and it may somehow fill the void. But in the hustle and bustle of likes, I couldn't help but wonder, these people double-tapping my posts, only performing a reflex, a hollow gesture that only conveys information but no real emotion. The more I scrolled, the more I realized that how we are mistaking the visibility for intimacy and how quietly the true connection slips away. So, friends, we feel alienated not because the technology itself is innocent, but it is an amplifier. It magnifies the inherent contradictions of human beings, the desire for intimacy and the instinctive fear of vulnerability. These are the most serious problems we are facing while searching for true connection in this process. So, I have summarized the 3 points to finish these questions. Firstly, having 5 friends that you can call late at night. This is much better than having 500 online acquaintances who give likes. Now raise your hand if you have more than 3 friends that you dare to share the true struggles with them. Well, of course, there's still a long way to go. Never mind. Secondly, daring to share your true struggles with others and create a space where others can also feel safe and vulnerable. And thirdly, the most importantly, is to switching your time from scrolling on the screen to completing a small task with someone else together. For example, cooking a meal or taking a walk together are both okay, but remember, the most important thing is together. So, ladies and gentlemen, true connection is never a product of modern technology. It is an ancient art that requires us to invest time, attention, and most importantly, a true heart that dares to expose and also to accept. Thank you.